That messed up plan is your goal?
Then why didn't you just kill all of us? If you did, you could have taken over all of our bodies. Wouldn't that have been more convenient for you?
Is that what you want me to do? Is it still too late to do that?
VO, all the VO. I know.
No. There's a reason Junko couldn't do that. That's why she made you guys kill each other.
Can we go to Junko Land, please? Please? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? The reason she wasn't able to do that? Is it because there was something she didn't do? If so, then the reason is... Well, obviously she doesn't have a real body. I wonder if it's tied to the rules. That just seems too obvious. Can I see the specific... Oh, I want to see the specific transcript. And, well, I don't get to see it. Oh, fuck it, I'm gonna go with the rules.
I see!
Junko Land, where voice 12 is the new standard.
It's
oh,
because
hell
of the school
no.
trip's rules.
Even a monster like her has to follow the rules of the school trip?
Junko usurped Usami's authority as an observer, and her role as your teacher.
However, according to the rules of the school trip, even Usami had to follow them. That's why when Junko took over her position, she had no choice but to follow the rules as well.
Yeah, though if her... I'm confused how anyone got body parts from her body to do anything with, given that she was mulched. The teacher cannot directly interfere with the students. An exception to this rule, blah blah blah.
So, the rules were protecting us? Man, I was so annoyed. I had the authority to add rules, but no authority to delete rules. Oh well, even if I could have deleted rules, I was still busy with my whole taking over your bodies plan.
So you made us kill each other, because you couldn't kill us yourself.
Then, is that how you were able to increase the number of bodies you can take over?
Like I said, I personally didn't care about the outcome of the killings.
As long as people died.
How dare you look down on us? Don't fuck with me. What about our lives?
Chump change.
I won't forgive you. I will never, ever fucking forgive you!
Junko escaped, she'll be Skynet.
So that's your trap. You tried to make us choose graduate, so you can take over everyone's body with the graduation program.
Hey Nimitsu, how are you doing?
How can you be so cruel?
Because Junko Enoshima is the true ultimate despair. She doesn't yearn for any kind of future at all. She fills every person she meets with despair.
That's my Makoto. You understand me so well. For me, despair is not a goal or a set of principles, or a lifestyle, or even an instinct. It's what defines me as Junko Enoshima. It's just my characterization. That's why I'm able to pursue despair with such purity.
So you're saying you only exist to fill people with despair?
I thought we'd already gotten to that conclusion
For
a while
example,
ago.
want to hear about a beautiful memory that even I, who gets bored easily, still remember fondly? Picture thousands of fools who are madly in love with me, dying one by one like insects doused with bug spray.
Guessing that's the reserve kids.
And the best part is, they did it to themselves, you know?
Thousands of humans falling like dominoes. Oh, that memory is so beautiful. It made my brain melt.
Yeah, about that. Does that story have a happy ending?
Could be she talking about the reserve course students.
I see! Are you talking about the reserve course's mass suicide?
Oh yeah, I totally forgot you're a survivor of the reserve course. By the way, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Mass suicide? What's she talking about?
An incident where 2,357 people from the reserve course all killed themselves. Junko probably made them do it.
Yep, Junko definitely fills me with despair.
2,357 people? That's an outrageous number.
You don't have to be that surprised. You all look like your parents, friends, and lovers all died at once.
Yep, Mikon's beloved, Junko. Pretty obvious once we got to any of this.
That was so rude of me. There's no way you guys even have meaningful relationships like that anymore. I mean, you're all ultimate despair. You guys have already eaten your fill of despair.
I do not really know what you are trying to say.
Junko robs the futures of everyone she interacts with. You ultimate despairs are among her many victims.
Imagine the rooftop they would have needed for all these students to jump off. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the mess at the bottom afterwards if they did that? But that wasn't how they killed themselves, apparently.
If someone like me is born, that means the world is yearning for despair.
That's wrong. The world isn't yearning for despair. That's the reason we can't let you escape.
But if you do that, you guys won't be able to return to the real world, right?
Huh?
If we choose graduate to get out of here, the graduation program will activate, right?
If that happens, Junko's alter ego will be uploaded into the bodies of the dead.
Does that mean we gotta stay here to keep her from getting out?
What the heck? Why does it have to be like that?
It's such a cruel fate for you guys. But it's awfully convenient for the Future Foundation. They'll be able to keep all the ultimate despairs, including me, trapped in this game forever.
Wrong! That's not it!
But ultimate despair is hated worldwide, and their lives are no doubt targeted by the Future Foundation.
Even Ultimate Janitor had a tough time that day.
Oh well, if you don't want to acknowledge that, I guess it just can't be helped. Can't be helped. LOL.
This is nothing to LOL about.
But it's so ironic. You came all the way here just to find out that graduating is the wrong choice. Even though you came all this way to win the game, even though you kept sacrificing your friends to win.
Excuse me while I make a Left 4 Dead. Dude, mod and replace all the zombies with Junkos. Wow.
The goal you guys squirmed
Can you replace
to
the tank
reach
with
was wrong
Sakura
all
from
along.
DR1? Actually, you
Isn't
wouldn't know
that
who she
just
is.
so fucking tragic?
Stop it!
It was all a mistake. Is this really just a mistake? Was it a mistake to think we go home alive all along? What about the killings in the class trials? Was this just a meaningless killing game where the ultimate despairs killed each other off? That's just too...
Don't give up yet! There is a way you guys can get out of here, without letting Junko out.
Huh?
No, there's no way such a convenient...
Yep, waiting for him to do his thing.
There is.
Tank is Sakura
Really?
Junko.
Well, that's the first I've heard of it.
First she's heard of it? Then it's a way that even Junko doesn't know, right? A way to get out that Junko doesn't know about. What did he call it? You mean that? The thing Makoto Naegi secretly added?
I see! Are you talking about the shutdown sequence?
Man, I hope we get the hell out
Shutdown
of here.
sequence? What is that?
To be fair though, in the first game I wanted a sole survivor ending. I wanted Makoto to have to kill someone in self-defense and then throw the trial effectively so that he got out.
It's a hidden command I set up in the Neo World program.
Hidden command?
Basically, I never believed the Neo World program was a perfect solution. There was always a possibility that Usami's hope might have made things even worse for you guys. So I prepared a way to shut down the program in case of emergencies.
As I recall, you said it was a command that not even the teacher can stop.
And that means even Junko can't stop it.
Dear me, I have an unfortunate announcement to make, class. You cannot activate the shutdown.
Huh?
You know about it?
More importantly, do you know why? Do you know why you can't activate the shutdown?
Because there are not enough of us alive, I think. You mentioned we needed more people, and then the rest of everything got cut off. The reason to shut down, because there's not enough people.
I see!
That was mostly
Because
lost in the blur.
There's not enough people?
Pay attention, class. According to my information, in order to initiate the shutdown, out of 15 people, more than half of them must press graduate and repeat at the same time. Am I correct?
However, out of 15 people, including Makoto, there are only 6 people here.
Quick, Minimaru. That'll make 7.
Even if you want to cheat, I won't let you.
Where are the hamsters? Where are the 4 Dark Devas of saving our ass?
The shutdown sequence won't activate unless it knows that different people initiated it.
So it's totally impossible.
We need hamsters.
You totally saw through that supposedly hidden command? No need to worry. Even I knew we couldn't activate the shutdown.
You still came here when you knew we had no chance of winning?
It's not that we have no chance of winning. The only reason I'm here is because there is a chance.
We need ourselves some Dark
Then
Devas.
try
Hamster
explaining
win.
it to us. What is this chance
We know they're good
of
at pushing
winning of which you
buttons.
speak?
At least one of them is.
I believe
What? I can't hear you. You gotta speak up since you're so puny.
I believe in them. I believe they will definitely come.
Not sure he's referring to the hamsters or the other survivors from the first game. Them?
That's not something you need to take your time saying.
Fuck yeah! Oh god, yes.
Believe. Try putting yourself in our shoes before you drag us into situations like this.
Chiyoko! Byakuya! I knew you guys would come!
Kyoko? Byaku?
We'd be better off leaving behind someone who jumps to conclusions without listening to our warnings.
I'm sorry.
Even though it took some time for 2 people
I like
to
how
enter
those
the
two show
program
up and chat mostly
simultaneously.
fills with Brogami. Fucking hell yes. Brogami's our man.
It appears we made it.
Hey, what's going on? Why are there more people again?
How exciting! I haven't seen these faces in ages. It's like opening your high school yearbook 10 years later.
I must say, now that I'm seeing her up close, she's much bigger than I remembered.
What? What kind of man isn't excited by big women? Once you gain some more experience, you'll understand. There's
Hero.
a lot
I think
of
Hero will
kinky
show up.
things you can do with big girls.
Shut up.
Byakuya! You're alive! But you're so skinny now. I feel so bad for you.
Did anyone fill her in on the Ultimate Imposter?
You shut up too.
Are you two also from the Future Foundation?
If Yasuhiro arrives from the sky, it'll be riding a lawnmower. Anyone who was here for Danganronpa 1 will know why.
No, it's probably not just that.
Shut up. You shut up too. Well, Ramses, as long as you're in this channel, have BTTV installed, you can use the loot emote here. Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy you survived and helped you recover your memories. Tragedy. If the Killing School Life is referring to that.
You guys are the survivors of the Killing School Life who previously defeated Junko.
It's
right?
from what the hell to hell yes. What the hell yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Steve, you happen to have a link for the lawnmower?
There's 3 of them here now?
The former heroes plunging themselves into the game world, ignoring all danger. Jeez, stupids! Making such a suicidal move! Did you really want to see me that badly?
God, it's like a terrible attempt at being a tsundere.
It can't be helped.
Fuck off.
In order to stop you, that suicidal move was our only choice.
So how about it? There are 8 people now. We have enough to activate the shutdown sequence.
Yep. Thank you, Steve. There's the gift. I believe that was prompted by Hero implying that we could escape using the lawnmower. We're like, what? Are we gonna fucking fly it out of here? Yes, my emotes are BTTV, Ramses. Not a partner. Have no channel emotes. We just have those ones.
Why
Shut
are
up.
you crying?
You guys showed up looking all cool and stuff, and now all the ultimate despairs. They'll be treated like even bigger chumps.
Chump. You said it again!
There's a foolproof plan. He truly is our Yasu hero. Nice.
Just ignore her. As long as we activate the shutdown sequence, it'll be the end of her in this messed up world.
And this messed up world?
Hey, can I ask you something? If we do shut down the program, what will happen to us?
No need to worry. We won't let you get hurt.
It's not just that. We want a more detailed explanation.
If you shut down the Neo World program, everything within the program will be deleted. It will obviously delete Alter Ego Junko, along with your avatars here.
Well, look on the bright side. Maybe you'll have a better haircut where we're going, Shark Week.
So you're saying we're going to be deleted too?
It doesn't mean you'll be deleted. The program will just finish without completing the graduation program.
What does that mean for us?
Your avatars will not upload, so you will revert to your original state before you entered the program.
Huh?
Is there a reason to tell them all that?
They have to know everything, or else they won't agree to do it.
Hold on a second. If we go back to our original selves before we enter the program,
We're gonna back to... Yep. We're gonna revert to Ultimate Despair!
I see!
does that mean we'll go back to being Ultimate Despair?
That's right. Back to being hopelessly controlled by me. When you used to feel despair upon despair. No!
Are you fucking serious? Can't you do anything about it?
I understand your concern, but this is the only way to stop Junko.
We don't need any more healing, Cubik. We're at full health. We have been for a long time.
It might be a painful decision, but I know you guys will be able to overcome it. That's why, in order to defeat despair, I want you guys to fight alongside us.
We still have to fight? I thought we finally reached the end.
Become Ultimate Despairs and unlock the real game, the fighting game. Hope vs. Despair Turbo Ultimax.
Don't worry. Once you get out, we will do our best to support you.
But I thought the Future Foundation
Son
wanted to
Akane becomes
kill
OP.
every last ultimate despair.
This reason the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they are discovered.
When you say support, do you mean I'll make sure you don't suffer when I kill you, or...?
Of course not. We would never allow that to happen.
It's gonna be alright. Your real bodies have just been brainwashed. That's why I'm pretty sure you'll quickly revert back to the state you're in right now.
Can you stop saying cheesy stuff like brainwashed? Washing your brain is, like, really nasty.
That's what we have brain bleach for.
But still, even if our brainwashing is undone, the memories we've made up till now will be erased, right?
Well, arguably you'd get your student memories back.
Does that mean we'll completely forget everything we did on this island? I don't want that!
It doesn't matter what you want. That's the reality. Every meaningless thing that happened here will vanish from your minds.
Meaningless? Vanish? Does that include her too? We lose our memories of this world, we're also going to forget she ever existed, right? If that happens, does it really mean that she, an existence confined to this world, is really going to disappear? She risked her life to protect us and we won't even remember she existed. I'm glad he's talking about Chiaki, because for a moment I thought he was concerned about her. I was like, what? No.
Memory's not all that'll go back to normal. If you've lost a limb, like Nagito, it'll still be gone when...
Well, to be fair, he's going to be getting back a lot, given what he lost.
Please stop!
I know he's not getting anything back.
Going back to reality in that condition, that's like a bad joke.
We're not joking. That is your past. Nobody can escape their past.
We don't know anything about that past!
Hey, why did we become Ultimate Despair in the first place?
Probably better off if you don't know.
I asked the same thing in the real world, but nobody would give me an answer.
Shark Week will have a chance if Gundam never existed.
It seems my teachings were quite thorough. However, if you ask me,
People who cling to stuff like hope, talent, or admiration are truly the weakest.
Well, that's one way to piss off Hajime.
Huh? Guys who desperately want to reach the top. They don't think about what'll happen when they're pushed off. They're probably too concerned with having a really nice view while they condescend to others. Shoving off guys like that is so easy. I happen to know 17,082 ways to do that. The point is, the moment you cling to talent and hope, despair has already set in.
Oh, dear, Soda has Junko's teeth. Go, though.
That's not even an explanation.
You can probably bet that he has her eye.
Then, what if you think about it like this? It turns out that you guys being ultimate despair was just part of the game world. And in truth, those guys from the Future Foundation might be part of the game world too. They're simply side characters of the game world whose role is to offer hopeless hope to you guys. Well, after saying all that, I don't even know what's real and what's a game anymore.
Are you kidding around?
Enough. My patience is wearing thin. Let's hurry and start the shutdown sequence already.
Before you do that, we gotta do some reviewing.
Well, I guess we know Byakuya is gonna survive Ultra Despair Girls.
When you guys activate the shutdown, you'll revert back to when you were known as Ultimate Despair.
Okay, I really like that image of Hajime as Ultimate Despair.
And your dead friends will never be revived. And the embodiment of despair, aka me, will be erased, thereby preserving hope in the real world. Now then, will the hope of the Future Foundation win? Or will my despair win? All right! Things are starting to heat up!
Yeah, probably, Dora. Probably. Let's let that go.
This isn't a game, you know.
Au contraire. This is a game. The game of hope and despair that started with your killing school life. That explains why these chumps who weren't around last time have been reduced to mere side characters.
You called us chumps again!
Because it's true! Most importantly, the killing school trip wasn't just for your sake.
Huh?
There was a more important goal there. The goal of luring a specific group of people. Since now's a great time, why don't we make that the question?
Question?
As long as we're in the game world, the rules say I gotta ask questions every now and then. So, question. Who did I lure and how did I do it?
I'm guessing it's the Future Foundation people, and it's with us.
The hint is, I get bored easily, so the same outcome as the killing school life would be a pain in the ass. Okie dokie, let's all think about it together.
The same outcome as the killing school life. We just have to remember what occurred there. Well, 6 people survived that and she killed herself. People Junko lured, the method. She tried connecting those dots. There should be an answer there. Well, here we go. Waiting for the trap. Oh shit. Oh god damn. Alright, question 1. Who did she lure? I'm going to assume Future Foundation is the correct answer. shit. Nope. Waiting for one to just open up right in front of me. Question 2. What bait was used? Well, technically the killings. I don't think it's the glitch. I'm assuming it's the fact that we're being killed. That I can't look at chat during any of this. And what did she use to force them to watch the killings? Surveillance Gamera. Wow, now that's a reference. Surveillance caramel for everyone. Jesus Christ, what Platoa? Okay. Zero off-road skate underground. Oh, man. Okay, that is definitely the best run I've ever had in Logic Dive. The caramel makes sense to... Yeah, fun fact. Earlier today, I handed Nomergon a small thing of caramel. And he's probably looking at it right now and thinking, what the fuck?
It's all coming together!
Yep, straight into UDG after this, Steve.
Got it. You used the surveillance cameras.
Darkest Dungeon was pushed off. Well, the Cove itself is not being released until the 29th now, so straight to UDG.
You were trying to lure the Future Foundation by showing them the footage you were recording, weren't you?
Their surveillance cameras? That's what they were being used for?
Evening, Skip and Hobbs. How you doing today, man? Welcome to the very, very, very end of Danganronpa 2. Caramel is delicious. It's also watching you.
In the previous Killing School life, the surveillance camera footage was broadcast outside of the school. You used the cameras that were placed throughout the entire island for the same purpose.
Ding, ding, ding! I was broadcasting the Killing School trip live to every member of the Future Foundation.
Home from work as usual. I'll bet.
The footage you recorded with the surveillance cameras was shown to the Future Foundation?
No, I think the brothel would have to be run by Akane. After all those references to prehensile genitalia yesterday.
What shall I do? I did a lot of disgraceful things in front of those cameras.
You sure did.
Oh boy.
I will never be queen now. Please forget what you saw.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Your kingdom's probably gone.
So you guys were watching us? Then why didn't you come rescue us earlier?
Well, we all wanted to see how much fan service we'd get from you and Mikon. And then, she died and, just kind of died off.
We tried to hack in many times, but the virus within the program blocked us at every turn.
Not only that, the Neo World program stopped accepting shutdown
Don't worry, we're
commands
only
from
recording
the
it.
outside.
Every naughty thing that Sonya ever did on DVR. Well.
As a last resort, we considered cutting power to the program, but...
We didn't know what would happen to the subjects if we cut the power while the program was still running. There's no way we'd jeopardize your safety by taking such a gamble.
Even so, we kept trying over and over again, until it was finally possible for us to enter the program just a short time ago.
And you came all the way here when you knew it was a trap. I get it. You couldn't just leave them alone.
Sonya became a webcam girl unknowingly. Well, look on the bright side. She has a new career ahead of her when she gets out of here. Yes, it is Yukiko Seta.
If you saw people dying one by one with your own eyes by the same killing game you guys played, hope dictates that you act all high and mighty and say, "Oh, I'm definitely gonna stop it this time, right?"
Hey, don't tell me that's the reason you made us go through all this.
Shark Week buys all the copies.
Of course we made you do it for that reason.
Oh, we avoided that voice for so long.
We orchestrated this game instead of killing you outright, solely to show it off to the Future Foundation.
We were forced to solve puzzles and riddles just so you could show it off to the Future Foundation?
That's why you guys are chumps. You're just the bait I used to catch a big fish called the Future Foundation. But it's not my fault, you know. This game is a fight between the Future Foundation and me. You guys were just instigators in the background. But you guys already knew that when you chose to play this game, right?
Just 1 second, please.
As though we wanted to come to this world of our own free will. But that's precisely the truth.
Huh?
You guys chose to be instigators, and you were willingly taken into the Neo World program. To provide the opportunity I needed to push this battle between hope and despair into overtime.
Well, look what we done did.
That's right. The reason the Ultimate Despairs began killing each other was set up by the group itself.
That's just your imagination.
Naive Makoto totally fell for the trap. Oh, and now your face is filled with a lovely shade of despair.
I feel like she's supposed to be doing that ridiculously kawaii face there as opposed to that.
Whoa, that despair is fucking obvious. You're here to rescue the assholes who set this up in the first place.
Don't go blaming us for this.
Thank you. It's all thanks to you guys. This time around, I might be able to fill these guys with despair.
We do not feel despair. Even if this was all a trap, we will never regret coming here.
And this is the only thing we could do to stop you. But nevertheless, it's all over. We will shut you down and end all of this.
You're pretty fucking desperate. Oh, that's pretty fucking obvious. If you don't initiate the shutdown, those Future Foundation fuckwits are gonna be trapped here forever.
Trapped? Why would that happen?
Didn't I already explain it? You know, the graduation exam rule.
That's Aaron Fitzgerald doing Monokuma instead.
Now 2 options. Graduate and repeat, right? You just have to choose one of them and press it. All of you will cast your vote, and whichever one is the majority will be considered your final decision.
But that's not all, right? In order to pass the graduation exam, there was one more requirement.
My opinion about Kyoko from the first game? I liked her, but I was a little bit aggravated that they used her as training wheels in kind of the way that they did. You need someone to prompt you along because of the way they've structured the mysteries, but I was a little bit frustrated that there were several occasions where she introduced key major evidence mid-trial, because I like to actually go into my trials having generally worked things out and having a target in mind for the investigation already. So having major pieces like that withheld kind of irritated me. Still, glad she made it through to the end. Another requirement to pass the graduation is teacher's final fucking decision.
I see! As I recall, we also need the teacher's final decision.
To participate in the graduation program, you need my permission as your acting teacher, you know?
What does it mean? Does that mean it won't end with just a majority vote?
After the vote, I'm gonna judge every single one of you to see if it's okay for you to graduate or not.
So even if we vote, you're saying we won't graduate unless you acknowledge it.
Obviously, there's no way I'd let the members of the Future Foundation graduate.
It is still being sold, Cabanas. There's the link for, at least for the Amazon.com entry for it. And I think you can actually tag it fairly low on Kindle. Kindle prices are typically a lot lower than hardcover.
So if you can't activate the shutdown, the Foundation will enter the endless life of repeating the grade!
Yes, her ultimate was very obvious. We just called her Ultimate Naoto.
That's only if the shutdown sequence doesn't activate, right?
But that's impossible. Everyone here understands how dangerous it is to release you into the real world.
Doesn't mean we want to go back to our screwed up bodies.
We know that. All too well. I mean, she's been bad-mouthing us this whole time.
Oh. Looks like you shouldn't have talked so much. Out of the mouth comes evil, so they say.
It's true that we fell for this trap, and that we run the risk of not being able to go back. But what's wrong with that? Thinking we'd back down because of something like that is a huge mistake.
That's my line. Thinking your little shutdown plan will succeed is a huge mistake.
Huh?
You're totally overestimating those chumps over there. There's no way they'll start the shutdown sequence.
Why not?
Oh, no problem, Domanus.
Look upon their faces. They look like piglets who were forced to watch their mom roasting on a spit.
That sounds like something I would do.
There's no fucking way they'll initiate the shutdown just to go back to being ultimate despair.
That is... well...
Why didn't they pull the power plug? They said Trivanicus. They weren't sure what pulling the plug in the program would do to everyone inside. Could have just killed everyone.
Junko, I don't care what you say. I've decided to believe in everyone. It's true that they walked the wrong path before, but that's all in the past now.
Wait, really? The Kindle version costs more than the paper one right now? That's not what I saw when I looked like a few days ago. That's weird.
What I believe in is not their past, but their futures.
I kind of want this music for my stream intro. Ears.
I was totally waiting for a protagonist to fly like that when I crushed you with despair, such ecstasy!
No matter what you do to me, I will never fall into despair.
Ah, wrong. I'm not the one who's gonna make you fall into despair. That's the Mastermind's job, and they'll be appearing very soon.
Mastermind?
Mastermind? Someone else is coming?
That can't be. It's just a bluff.
You should never make the last character who appears in a detective story turn out to be the Mastermind.
I bet I know which one that is, Pikachu. Yeah, that's a good one.
But I always fall into that pattern, so I was kind of worried about that.
Enough already. What are you talking about?
Oh well, let's bring him out with lots of energy. It's Mr. Izuru Kamakura!
Izuru... Kamakura?
Well, that got interesting. A name I've heard it before. The person was called the Ultimate Hope. But that shouldn't be all he was. That's right, I've seen a person called Izuru Kamakura elsewhere. As I recall, that person was the founder of the Academy.
I see! Izuru Kamakura? Isn't that the name of the founder of Hope's Peak Academy? It was written on the placard beneath the portrait of the Academy's founder. That name. It was definitely Izuru Kamakura, right?
However, based on the information I know, the man known as Izuru Kamakura...
If I recall, he's a super genius who acquired many talents. He was even called the Ultimate Hope, right?
Does the founder have the same name as that Ultimate Hope guy?
We need Gundam to just show up, drop some hellfire, get us all out of here.
Is that kind of coincidence even possible?
The Future Foundation might know something, right?
You know he'd be able to get us out of here. He's good like that.
How about it, Kyoko?
Even within Hope's Peak Academy, there's very little information about a person called Izuru Kamakura. It's a mystery if
There was
such a
the option
person
for
ever
Dark
really
Destruction,
existed.
Yeah, it's so tempting, but...
And not just that. The matter was
SCDC.
closed without ever being settled because of that incident.
If you do not know, then please allow me. Providing hopelessly skilled explanations is a quirk of mine.
I mean, long-winded, annoying explanations.
The reason Izuru's existence continues to be such a mystery is because the Academy hid it.
Why did the Academy hide his existence?
Because he whacked the student body.
If I recall,
Well,
they were
council.
trying to protect their superior talent. They even called it mankind's hope, correct?
However, that prodigious student ended up killing 13 student council members at Hope's Peak Academy. Izuru is the killer responsible for Hope's Peak Academy's biggest, most awful event.
And you're the one who set it up, right?
Information about Izuru completely vanished after that incident.
We thought Junko and Ashima killed them? Oh, don't say such cruel things. Izuru Kamakura is very much alive. Isn't that right, Hajime?
Remember when I said... Well, you know what, let's just let it go.
What? I am... What?
Like I said, you're Izuru Kamakura.
Yeah, you remember when I said Hajime was probably actually responsible for the event? And that's the real reason I was here? Called it.
Alrighty? If you don't understand, I'll explain it to you till you do understand.
You're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're...
Say it 10 times fast.
Hold on! Seriously, what are you talking about?
Liar! There's no way. There's no way Hajime is Izuru Kamakura! Izuru is that ultimate hope, right? But Hajime is...
That's right. Hajime is one of those reserve course dropouts and has no talent whatsoever. But the fact that he's really Izuru Kamakura makes all this much more hopeless.
I'm Izuru Kamakura? Oh god, what are my bullets gonna be for this? Am I trying to prove that I'm not? The vision of Nagito. Yeah.
Good news, Hajime!
That's what I thought.
Even though you were mocked for being a reserve course student,
Otherwise, how would we
he
have
had
seen
a
it?
talent all along! Ultimate hope!
We were so bored.
How can someone from the reserve course have such an amazing talent like that?
Oh,
in order
Byakuya.
to hide Izuru's identity.
So good to have you back.
Was he hidden in the reserve course?
Then Hajime's name is fake?
There's no doubt I'm Hajime Hinata. I've always had that name ever since I was born.
Am I gonna have to shoot myself down?
Then Izuru is your fake name?
Hey,
Wait, am I
you
doing
weren't
this as
lying to
Makoto?
us, right?
I do not want any more last-minute plot twists.
Could it be created hope? That might be Izuru.
Okay. I wanted to let it go through once. I'm the ultimate hope? And the current me and Izuru Kamakura are... What did Hope's Peak Academy do to me?
Good news,
Pretty sure
Hajime!
we're going with the vision.
Even though you were mocked for being a reserve course student, he had a talent all along! Ultimate hope!
How can someone from the reserve course have such an amazing talent like that?
In
Ultimate
order to hide
front tail.
Izuru's identity.
Oh shit, not what I was thinking.
Damn it!
My bad.
Good news,
Double check
Hajime!
something.
Even though you were mocked for being a reserve course student,
I feel like that's gotta be
he
it.
had a talent all along! Ultimate hope!
How can someone from the have such
Wow.
an amazing talent? In order to hide Izuru, was he
Her
hidden in the
voice.
in Hajime's name?
There's no doubt I'm Hajime Hinata. I've always had that name ever since I was born.
Okay, there's nothing in there.
Then Izuru is your fake name?
Hey, you weren't lying to us, right?
I do not want any more last-minute plot twists.
Poor Sonya. Can't take
He
anymore.
created hope?
Okay, so it's not this. You're just laying on your
Damn
mind,
it!
right? Alright, I need to see which bullets we're
Good
working
news,
with here.
Hajime! Even though you
thought
were
it was the
mocked
vision of
for being a
Nagito
reserve
since that-
course student, he had a talent all along! Ultimate hope!
How can someone...
Okay, I need to double check what the, I wish there was a way to pull up just the list of bullets you currently have access to for the run so you can see them. and go through them without having to remember what every single one was, popping in and out to look at them. Okay, Hope Cultivation Plan with Makoto's last line.
Course. Of such an amazing talent. In order to hide Izuru, was he hidden in the reserve? And Hajime's name, there's no doubt I'm Hajime. I've always had that name ever since. Then Izuru was your fake name. Hey, you weren't lying to us.
Do you know what? Any more last-minute plot twists?
Could it be created Hope?
That must be it!
Poor Hajime.
Created Hope. Are you talking about the Hope Cultivation Plan?
Hope Cultivation Plan. What is that?
A while back, I saw a file kept by the Future Foundation. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy was researching a breakthrough plan to cultivate personal talent.
It's true, it was a breakthrough plan. After all, it was a plan to create the perfect genius.
Create?
For the longest time, the Hope Cultivation Plan was the earnest wish of Hope's Peak Academy.
Poor Nagito. No wonder he had such interest in us. And it all went away.
In fact, that's why the Academy was established. Part of that plan was researching the talents of Ultimates.
Let's face it though, Nagito's the real MVP of this game for actually trying to kill everyone off, except for Chiaki.
Because the plan was so important, they adopted the name of the Academy's founder, and called it the Izuru Kamakura Project.
Izuru Kamakura Project?
Just a little while ago, they were finally able to reach the experimental stage of that plan. From there, they set their sights on the reserve course dropouts to use them as lab rats.
Oh god, am I a dropout to boot?
Why did they use the reserve course as lab rats?
A plan to create talent artificially requires test subjects that are wholly lacking in talent. From that group of reserve course students, the one who was finally chosen was Hajime, who stands before you now.
Oh man.
Why me?
Because you admired Hope's Peak Academy more than anybody else.
Junko's plan had worked. What would have happened with Junko and all the vacant bodies? Nothing. No one to graduate. With Chiaki being the only one left and her just being an AI, it basically would have been the end of the program. They could have just pulled the plug because everyone's already dead.
You still don't get it? You were used by the Academy. They exploited your feelings of admiration toward hope and talent just to use you as a lab rat.
What?
See? Didn't I tell you? The moment you cling to talent and hope, despair has already set in.
Lies. That's definitely a lie.
And after many surprises, Hajime Hinata was transformed into Izuru 1.0!
Man, when we said he was the ultimate talentless hack, we really weren't kidding.
Transformed?
What did they do to him?
Unless you're willing to go to extremes, it's impossible to change a normal person into a perfect genius. So naturally, they went to extremes.
Well, makes sense.
By directly interfering with his brain, Hope's Peak Academy transformed Hajime Hinata.
Ow. I'm looking at that upper left bit there, and it's like, stick in here, swirl around. Yep, that's how you get smarter.
Into a completely different person whose specialty is talent itself, known as Izuru Kamakura. Eventually, Izuru became an ultimate despair, thanks to me. But all I did to Izuru was simply break his spirit. That's nothing compared to what Hope's Peak Academy did to him. Not even close. Seriously, it's scary how determined the researchers were to mess with the human brain that much.
Again, I reiterate, swirl it around. Man, it's just, I mean, it looks like they're going in through his eye socket over there on the right. Like, what the heck? Oh my.
Doing such inhumane acts that nobody else is capable of with such a calm mind and a steady hand. I admire it so much, it makes my mind numb. By the way, you're just a simple avatar right now, so even if you touch your head, you won't feel the scar.
Yeah. There is an ultimate neurologist, there is the ultimate therapist, what else we had mentioned that would be relevant?
Did they really do something like that?
But if you think about it, if Hajime gets out of here, he's gonna be a super genius, right?
I don't think Jack of all trades is quite his thing. More like Ace of all.
Like I said, he's not Hajime. He's a completely different person whose specialty is talent itself.
Different person? How is he different?
All of his senses, emotions, thoughts, and hobbies that interfere with acquiring talent have been excised.
Huh?
All of his memories of the past have been forcefully suppressed into the darkest recesses of his mind.
Huh?
Well, now you know why "huh" is a quote on his Wikipedia page. And how many times has he said it tonight alone?
Emotions? Thoughts? Hobbies? He doesn't even have a memory?
It sounds like he is a completely different person.
So that's why it's so surprising that Hajime even exists here at all, even if he's just an avatar. The Neo World program must have dug up those memories and rebuilt his old personality from data from the past.
I cannot help but feel impressed that the Neo World program was able to accomplish such a feat.
You turn your brain into a slush, you'll become smart. Yeah, might have a minor impact on your photoshopping skills, but nothing too noticeable.
But as for Hajime, he probably would have been better off if he stayed erased.
Then, when Hajime returns to his original state after the shutdown,
he'll disappear.
Okay, I like that transition.
Disappear?
All that will remain is Izuru Kamakura, an entirely different personality created by Hope's Peak Academy. He will no longer be Hajime Hinata.
Disappear? I'm going to disappear? Disappear. Disappear, disappear. Disappear, disappear, disappear. Disappear, oh my god, I'm gone. And that's the view from Nagito's side of the ship. No matter what happens, it's of no concern to me. I'll not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Really? I don't really understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to get along pretty well. Hey, can I see you again? There's no reason to meet again. After all, you're boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me. You really don't play along, do you? Man, Hajime used to have some killer hair.
Hajime?
Was that me? No, that's not me!
What did you miss, Spoons? Pretty much the everything.
That's what you are. That's who Izuru Kamakura is. You're the one who brought me into this world. You're Izuru Kamakura, the mastermind behind all of this.
My choice to use Byakuya's voice for Hajime wasn't so far off. Unintentional, but yeah. It kind of turned out that it worked pretty well. I mostly didn't want to... Well, to be fair, I think after as much time I've spent doing voices for this, and not losing my voice, I suspect it was Makoto's voice that actually damaged my throat in Danganronpa 1. It's the only one I haven't used this time around.
Could it be? The one who uploaded you into the Neo World program was...
It's not me!
Just so you know, as long as your brain has been messed with, you can't undo it no matter how hard you try.
Ben...
Have no way to be saved, you say? But you already know what you must do.
I do? I already know how I can be saved. I would have to... repeat. No? Oh. Well, graduating's not gonna fucking help me, but apparently it will.
I see. I just need to choose graduate then.
Wow, he got so quiet.
Huh? In that case, the Hajime avatar will be uploaded into his real body.
That's right, keep the bodies. Or keep the memories.
So, Hajime will be safely reborn, truly a royal road to a hopeless happy ending.
Hold on. You can't do that.
Before Nagito went nuts, Nagito was fucking wearing her arm, so he'd already long since gone crazy.
If you do that, everyone who died will be taken over by Junko's alter ego.
Like, if you guys don't start the shutdown, the Future Foundation will be trapped here.
Hajime's brain literally blue screen. Yeah. Hajime.exe has stopped responding. Rebooting Kamakura.exe.
I can't allow the Future Foundation to sacrifice themselves for the ultimate despairs.
Jeez, you should have said so before. You guys aren't honest at all.
That's not it. What we're saying is...
We have to protect the world from despair, you say? Okay, that's getting so old. Do you really have to sacrifice yourselves just to protect the world in the first place? What if the world's hope is different from your hope? Even if the world is happy, it's meaningless if you aren't happy.
Man, there is no way that the thumbnail for this, the past broadcast VOD for today is not full of spoilers, just given how long this has gone on.
That's...
Plus, the Future Foundation wants to kill all the ultimate despairs, right? Once you go back to being ultimate despair, the Future Foundation's punishment time will activate.
Yeah, and in the case of the free time events for this game, Klonoa, since Alora is still running Danganronpa 1's school mode, I'm actually going to run island mode on this, so I'll get to run through that stuff myself.
It would be absolutely dreadful if that were to happen.
Not just dreadful.
It's rather fucking hopeless, don't you think?
And can you guys even endure that? Everything that happened here will just end up being a meaningless game. Everything you felt, awe, friendship, love,
There was a
won't
zoom
even
shot
be
on her
saved
favorite.
data
You're
left
right.
of it.
You're right. There is a good chance that will wind up being the thumbnail because that's what is always picked.
The girl you love and the guy you hate grow weaker and skinnier each day they lay immobilized. And in Hajime's case, his very existence is going to disappear. All because of the academy he loves so much. Will you be able to endure such despair? Who are you going to endure it for?
I particularly want to stay away from anything to do with Nagito Klonoa because I know he features in UDG, which we're going to start tomorrow.
For people you've never met before? For people who don't even appreciate you? Does that sound like hope to you?
Hey, Hart. Yeah, this is the very, very, very end of the game after all the fucking twists have been pulled. Yeah, you did, Party Squid.
You can't believe her! That's how she works!
That's what she does, so she can lure you all toward despair.
There is no reason to listen to her. Hurry up and start the shutdown.
Hold on.
What's the current thumbnail, Blitz? It'll change once the VOD's done. What's the current one?
What is it? Why are we still waiting? Do you still not understand what's going to happen to the real world if Junko escapes?
No, I was just...
Hell yeah.
How many victims do you think the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history has claimed?
Right now, it's finally started to calm down. If Junko Enoshima makes it to the real world, countless victims will fill the streets.
Just off Hajime and have a hamster push the buttons.
The world will regress to an era of bloodshed, chaos, and worldwide rioting.
So that's why you're telling them to start the shutdown sequence? To prevent that? You're telling them to turn back into ultimate despair and lose all the memories they made in this world. Even among them, there are those who will simply cease to exist. And you're telling them to just deal with it?